talk of the media so far with his incredible form.
Another chapter in the incredible story of this little man.
Benfica are the best-run club in Europe. Every transfer window, they are making millions upon millions in transfer profit, but in today's video we're going to be looking at how their team would shape up if they never sold their stars. I believe this ultimate 11 of ex-Benfica players would be able to at least make it to a Champions League semi-final in this year's campaign and maybe even win the trophy. Starting off with the goalkeeping position, we have the choice between two of the world's finest keepers, Ederson and Jan Oblak. Notably, both of them not only shared their playing time at Benfica but also had a stint together at the Portuguese club Rio Ave FC. While either could slot into the team, we opt for Ederson, given his more significant impact during his time at Benfica, where he secured a treble and propelled them to the Champions League quarter-finals. His subsequent transfer to Manchester City for €40 million marked him as the second most expensive goalkeeper at the time. Over the past 6 years with Manchester City, Ederson has revolutionized the goalkeeper role in England, playing a pivotal role in the team's recent successes. Despite this, he has yet to secure a spot in the Brazilian national team. Occupying the right-back position for this team is none other than Joao Cancelo. His career has been marked by unfortunate turns, such as being under the management of Gary Neville at Valencia and being loaned from Manchester City to Bayern Munich during their treble-winning season, ultimately missing out on a Champions League winners' medal. Cancelo spent 8 years at Benfica, making 51 appearances for the Benfica B side and receiving just one opportunity to play for the first team. Although still a Manchester City player, having joined from Juventus for €55 million in 2019, Cancelo is currently on loan at Barcelona, where he has stood out as one of their key players in the ongoing season. The subsequent player featured in this lineup is yet another current member of Manchester City, Ruben Dias, who has secured Premier League victories in each of his 3 years with the club. At this point, it seems fitting to change the video to Manchester City's Ultimate 11. Ruben Dias, hailed as one of the world's best defenders, dedicated 12 years to Benfica, with a noteworthy period of 9 years in the academy and 3 years in the first team. His journey took a significant turn when, at the age of 20, he made his Champions League debut against Manchester United. Accumulating over 100 appearances for the Eagles, Dias eventually made a high-profile move to Manchester City for €50 million, part of a player swap that included our next featured centre-back, Nicolas Otamendi. After spending 4 years at Porto earlier in his career, Otamendi was part of the player swap with Ruben Dias and wasn't shy to join their Portuguese rivals Benfica. After spending 3 years with Benfica making 100 appearances for the club, he is still one of their main centre-backs at the age of 35. And recently won the World Cup with his country Argentina. The next player going into the side is probably the best transfer of this season. And no, it's not Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid, it's Alex Grimaldo, who left Benfica only last year to join Bayer Leverkusen on a free transfer, who are currently top of the Bundesliga, and from the left wing-back position he has scored 9 goals and provided 6 assists in just 20 games. Grimaldo spent 7 years at Benfica, playing 197 times for the club, and due to his amazing form Benfica fans are wanting him back. This is how the defense is looking so far, and labeling it as the weakest among the midfield and attack, which are yet to be revealed, just shows the potential strength Benfica could have retained by keeping their top players. The first midfielder in the lineup, Enzo Fernandez, received the Young Player of the Tournament award during Argentina's World Cup victory. Despite playing just 17 matches for Benfica, he proved to be one of their most influential players. Chelsea triggered his €120 million release clause, leading to Benfica's profitable deal of €80 million in just 6 months. However, his brief stint ended in controversy as Fernandes boycotted training to push through the Chelsea move, showing little interest in an offered loan-back arrangement with Benfica. Another player featuring in centre midfield, with versatility to play across all positions, is Bernardo Silva. You'll be pleased to hear that this marks the final player from Manchester City in the team. It seems Manchester City has a fondness for acquiring players from Benfica. Bernardo spent 13 years at Benfica, and much like Cancelo, the fans had the chance to see him play only once. Limited playing time led Bernardo to sign with Monaco for €15 million, where he teamed up with a young Kylian Mbappé and helped guide the team to the Champions League semi-final. Today, he is a standout midfielder at Manchester City, recognized as one of the best in the world. The last midfielder on the team is Renato Sanches, the Golden Boy winner. In his breakthrough year with Benfica in 2016, he led them to the Champions League quarter-final and clinched a Primeira Liga title. Simultaneously, he achieved Euro success with his country Portugal. Despite a €35 million move to Bayern Munich not panning out, loan stints with Swansea and Lille followed. His time at Lille was a triumph, contributing significantly to the midfield and aiding them in securing a surprising League One title in the 2020-2021 season. Currently on loan at Roma, Sanchez is still in search of a permanent club to call home. This is the current state of the team, and we still have to include a formidable front three. Before we get into the attackers, if you've learned something new from this video, subscribing to the channel would be greatly appreciated. Returning to the video, transitioning from one Golden Boy winner to another, our initial attacker in the lineup is none other than Joao Felix. Despite being let go by Porto at the age of 14 due to his petite stature, he later joined his childhood club, Benfica. It was in a game against Frankfurt during the Europa League quarter-finals that the world witnessed his exceptional talent, as he scored a hat-trick at the age of 19. Following 26 appearances for Benfica, Atletico Madrid swooped in, securing the Golden Boy winner for €126 million. His time at Madrid didn't quite work out, and he is currently on loan at Barcelona alongside fellow Benfica player Joao Cancelo. The following forward in the lineup is Darwin Núñez, often dubbed the Uruguayan Andy Carroll, but I anticipate him emerging as a star for Liverpool. While at Benfica, Núñez clinched the Player of the Year title, scoring an impressive 26 goals in just 28 league games and netting 6 times in the Champions League, matching the goal tally of Ronaldo and Mbappé. His outstanding performance secured an £85 million transfer to Liverpool, where he swiftly became a fan favourite. Despite his knack for scoring challenging goals and occasionally missing open nets, I firmly believe that, at the age of 24, Núñez is poised to become one of the next best strikers in the game. The last addition to the team is Angel Di Maria, currently with Benfica. He completed a full circle, leaving Benfica in 2010 after earning recognition and securing a €25 million transfer to Real Madrid. 13 years later, he has returned to the club after successful stints with major clubs like Real Madrid, PSG, and Juventus, perhaps excluding Manchester United, winning every major trophy, including a recent World Cup with Argentina. Despite being 35 years old, Di Maria continues to perform at a high level, boasting 11 goal contributions in 20 games for Benfica since his return. This is how the starting 11 looks, and if you reached the end of the video, share your thoughts on where you think this Benfica team would end up in this season's Champions League campaign. And if you enjoyed this video, why not drop it a like, and as always, see you on the next one.